Star Wars Battlefront 2 is seen as the most disastrous game in modern history, and while I wasn't here for the launch of Battlefront 2, I hear that it was the worst thing gamers had ever tamed in their brains. Nonetheless, it's been 2 years since that fiasco. EA has continually stepped back from this game, which has allowed DICE, the developer, to make some pretty groundbreaking changes and make it the Star Wars multiplayer of the generation that it was supposed to be. So today, I'm going to go into how this game works, a general understanding of its mechanics. I'm going to go into what's great about the game and all the new content DICE has added, but also the flaws that the game still has. And then we'll close out with an objective/subjective out of 10 number rating. Feel free to interpret this review however you want. So, in BF2, which is what we'll call it for now, the tools that you will need to shoot everyone you meet are your abilities. They vary between the four classes, Assault, Heavy, Officer, and Specialist, which is why you must learn each class's playstyle independently. Assault is the basic standard trooper. Heavy is for those who prefer to be trigger happy. The Officer handles the pistol, and the Specialist snipes from behind. Reloading is based on a timer, and when that timer runs out, you must play the reload minigame with a chance to get a free reload if you land in the blue, or you land in the gold to get a limited time to fire your blaster without wasting cooling power. So, in BF2, as you get kills, assists, and play the objective, you accrue battle points. Once you get a certain amount, usually 4,000, you can die and respawn as a hero. Be sure to get battle points quick, because if you're not careful, someone else could also accrue battle points and take the heroes first. Heroes in this game function mostly similar to troopers, just without shooting, or rather lightsaber attacking, and the left trigger, which is usually used to aim, is used to block. If you're a blaster hero, however, you'll just have the same controls as the troopers. Lightsaber combat functions pretty smoothly, I would say. When you attack, you drain stamina. When you successfully block an attack, you also drain stamina. Make sure to check your stamina bar every few seconds, because if you run out of stamina, you're screwed, because you can't do anything. So, what's changed since launch? The progression system. Just like at launch, your goal is to unlock star cards. Some star cards boost your stats, like battle point gain. Others enhance your or change your abilities, like the ion grenade. To unlock these star cards, you simply have to level up by, get this, playing the game. Gasp! Who knew? Once you gain a level, you gain a skill point, which you can spend on unlocking new cards and upgrading the ones you already have. So that's how to play. But do tell, what is there in terms of content? One good thing about Battlefront 2 is the immersion. Every moment looks and feels like Star Wars. The only thing I can think of that is as immersive, as far as I know, might be Jedi Fallen Order. I wouldn't know because I haven't played it yet. The graphics aren't exactly the best in the industry, but in my opinion, they're pretty good. Play or watch BF2 on Ultra on PC and you will see. Sound design is also great. Play it with headphones. I dare you, and you will see just how Star Wars this game is. I mean, listen to this! Now, isn't that a satisfying and Star Wars sound? So, in terms of content, I will say that the single player is a little lacking, but that's not the point of the game. BF2 is Star Wars' multiplayer game, and it is not lacking in that regard. The game features a ton of different modes. Some are unique and have a distinct tone, like Ewok Hunt, a horror-based mode where you survive as a stormtrooper in first person, in dark, until a shuttle arrives. Others are quite basic, like Blast, which is just the classic 8v8 deathmatch where you have to get a certain number of kills to win. There are also hero modes like HVV, a 4v4 hero deathmatch, and Hero Showdown, a round-based 2v2 mode. But the darlings of this game are Galactic Assault and Capital Supremacy. These are the big boy modes that the game is marketed off of. In Galactic Assault, or GA, you complete a myriad of objectives. Sometimes this means escorting a payload. Other times this means activating bombs or capturing specific points. And you keep completing objectives until you complete all of them, or you run out of reinforcements. Capital Supremacy is a more open game mode in which you capture command points or posts. When your team holds a majority, then you gain points, and the first to 100% wins, and they are transported off to the capital ship to take it out. If you fail, then you travel back to the surface. Personally, I prefer Galactic Assault over Capital Supremacy because it's faster paced, and the longer games of Capital Supremacy get very boring. But CS, which is the short name for Capital Supremacy, still has its merits. For example, the maps of Pipeline Junction West on Geonosis and Volusia can only be found in Capital Supremacy, and those maps are some of the more beautiful in the game. So yeah, those are the pros, but that doesn't mean this game is flawless or without problems. So here we go. Everything wrong with Battlefront 2 right now. The shortcomings of Battlefront 2 boil down to two main things: glitches and long breaks between content. Long breaks. Battlefront 2 has a lot of glitches and bugs. Most of them have to do with lightsaber combat, especially abilities. Like, there was this glitch where Count Dooku's ability, which is called Duelist, wasn't working properly. DICE does their best to patch these bugs, but whenever a problem we think is fixed, suddenly a new bug pops up in a completely different area. Like, they fixed a whole bunch of stuff with lightsaber combat in October, but the cost of that was the game would randomly crash. And it gets really frustrating, especially when they really mess up, like in August, and then it's just, the game is just really unfun. The other thing is that DICE seems to be on a really strange schedule with this content sort of thing. Every few months they release a buttload of content all at once, like in the September Fallujah update. But in between those, we just get quality of life updates, new skins, which are nice and all, but we only get 2 heroes in 2019, Anakin and Dooku, and when you're playing on the same maps with the same heroes over and over again for months at a time, it gets real old! If DICE is watching this video, they should consider adding more heroes. That would really spice up the game. But yeah, that's everything I don't like, so let's just get to the conclusion. So that's Star Wars Battlefront 2. I say it's pretty good, but this would be biased if I was the only one who stated their thoughts on the game. So here are the voices of some of my friends.
Hi everyone, it's me, Squibid, and as you know, this is Star Wars Battlefront 2 review. And a way I like to see Battlefront 2 is that it's separate from the movies when it comes to the game modes. This can change a lot about your view of the game when starting to play, of course, because it feels different from the movie. Now, with updates, DICE, the company that created the game, has been slow. We don't know why, which is a really big downside to the rating, and we really wish that we had a lot more updates and game modes coming out. But overall, with all of that, my final rating, based on this overall information, is probably a 6.5 out of 10 because it has a mighty ton of glitches, and I mean a mighty ton of glitches. So that's been my bit in the video. Hope you enjoyed the rest.
Yeah, so those were my friends. Yeah. So you probably were waiting for the part of the video where I just give my objective/subjective number rating. Here it is. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Overall, pretty good, but it does have some game-breaking problems. If you're a Star Wars fan and like games, you should check it out. It's fun. If you want to know how I scored my reviews, I would recommend Jello Apocalypse's Every Pixar Movie Reviewed in 10 Words or Less video. In that video goes over his scoring. It's for movies, but I also use it for games because it works too. And once you do that, I think you'll agree with my number rating. Although feel free to not do that because this is all subjective and you can hate this game all you want. I just thought I would educate the populace on some of the new changes that were made. Wow, that was nice. Yeah, you should do more of these. What should I do next? No. Please, no. No, I will not review Keeper of the Lost Cities. No, please, no! Ah! Okay, fine, I'll review KOTLC. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to do more videos like this in the future. So, just go into the comments and tell me what you want to do, what thing you want me to review. I don't know. Oh yeah! Once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell so that you never miss another Mr. All Things video again. And I will see you all next time.